Hi, my name is Mia White, and I'm an intern at CSMG focusing on esports. Today, I am chatting with Patrick Kline, the Chief Strategy Officer at eFuse, to discuss the company along with taking a deeper dive into esports itself. Hi, Patrick. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to chat with me.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Likewise. So, we all know that esports is a great way to connect people, just like traditional sports. So, what game do you personally like and/or play that helps connect you to others?
Well, back in the day when kind of through high school and college, we that and a lot of 2K. I remember like the first ever bat, like one-on-one with GoldenEye. But right now, my game of choice is Fortnite. It's kind of how Matthew and I, at the end of the day, we hop on some duos or some trios with the eFuse team, and we kind of just have some fun before we end the day. So right now, my game of choice is Fortnite, but I got to get in with Fall Guys. That's where it's at.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Do you ever win at Fortnite or you just
Oh,
like
that's suspect. Don't bring up that. That's a tough question. Now, if you ask Matt, he'll tell you that he's the best player on the planet. But I'm one of those guys that just get everybody up when they die and try to get things for the team. I'm not very talented. I run out of talent quickly.
well, team players are needed, so that's okay.
That's right. Everybody has a role.
Right. So can you take us through some of your background?
Yeah, so was fortunate enough to go to Ohio State. I'm a true Buckeye through and through. I went there for undergrad, and then got my MBA from the Fisher College of Business there. And while I was going through my MBA program, I spent a lot of time helping with women's basketball, and got offered to take a job at the ripe age of 23 at the University of Illinois. Spent 3 seasons there, really enjoyed, fell in love with the game in a different way. And then came back to Ohio State, was able to finish my MBA because I left halfway through it to take this coaching job. And then spent 9 years there. Recently got out of coaching and started working with Matthew and the eFuse team. And so it's just been a great journey. And I think there's a lot of parallels to traditional sports and esports. You're still learning a lot of the great things of being a part of a team, the communication, the leadership, the commitment, the consistency. And so it's been a really great environment. I really love our team. We're very focused on making sure that impact is our North Star and that we can really impact this community and impact the young people within it.
Definitely. Um, I know that you talked about coaching women's basketball. Do you think you'll ever go back to that as well as staying in eFuse, or are you just done?
No, I think that my passion is just, trying to grow eFuse, and I really enjoy the esports world, and very excited about the opportunity to, take all the lessons that you learn in a startup and really try to, provide mentorship, provide opportunities for high school and collegiate students who are interested in like taking this passion that they have in gaming and making it a profession, and then helping them along the way with scholarships or internships or jobs. But as we continue to build an ecosystem, we're so community focused that we want to make sure that we're listening. We want to be the best listeners and the quickest actors. And so if you look at our platform, we've been able to grow really fast over the last 7 months, 8 months, because our CTO, Patrick Schuff, had an incredible team with our dev team, and we do a great job of listening and trying to provide what the community really wants.
Right. Do you mind going into a little bit of more detail about your company eFuse and how it started?
Yeah, absolutely. So Matthew Benson, a graduate of Ohio University, just like you will be shortly. Um, yeah, exactly. Go Bobcats. He spent a lot of time studying the industry. He was a gamer. He wasn't any good, but he was a gamer that loved to kind of do it to connect, and saw a real advantage in this fragmented community. And how can he bring the community together and create an ecosystem where talent of all ages, ranges, and people come together to find opportunities. And these opportunities range all from internships, scholarships, jobs, tournaments, unique opportunities to play in, massive events with their heroes. Those are all things that he wanted to bring together to one place, but also create a network that you can help amplify, these people that are on the rise, streamers on the rise, professionals, industry leaders, nonprofits, organizations, and create it in one place and grow that community. And so that is really what started. We started back in December with our Q. We launched on January 2nd, and it's just been a heck of a roller coaster since. And we just feel super blessed because we've had incredible mentors along the way. And that's really been the guide for us is growing, doing things the right way, which we call the elite way, and really impacting the community and us putting the money where our mouth is,
Definitely. I think that's great, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I know that you said that you liked Madden growing up and whatnot, but how did you get into esports as a career, and why is it important to you?
Yeah, so I think that what got me in is my belief in eFuse and its mission, and I thought that it's been a really great community. And there was a stat that came out that really kind of won me over, and it was in high school esports, the individuals that play on the club teams in high schools, it's their first, 90% of the time, it's their first ever extracurricular activity. And when you think about that, you think about the impact that extracurricular activities have on an experience in high school, have on relationship creation, have on the memories that you have in your feeling of community. And I think that we need to grow that. We need to have more people experience those things because high school is hard. College is hard. And so if I have a way to connect with people to grow, then this is something that I can 100% feel confident about. And kind of take my next step in my career. So the other thing too is in this industry, I think it's really interesting because we have to do a better job of educating parents and young people that there are career paths. You don't just have to be a streamer or a celebrity or a player. There's ways, if you want to be an engineer and work at Epic or Activision, if you want to be a lawyer that represents of these influencers, if you want to be in media like you can come and be a caster or work for a company in their communication department. So I just think that we as a company just need to do a better job of educating the community on the incredible pathways that exist. And that's what we hope to do at eFuse.
Definitely, I agree. There's more than one path, and it's definitely growing fast. So I think it's great. How do you see COVID, though, impacting esports based on what we've seen happen already with traditional sports?
Yeah, I think that, it's obviously put strains on companies and employees and working from home. But the one thing about, gaming is that it can be done in locations. The barriers to entry are really low. It doesn't need to be in person. And I think that that's really given a catapult and some eyeballs on this industry to understand that, in traditional sports, that's the one difference. You have to be there in person to play it. And so I think that for us, I think that the industry has gotten a lot more people. You've seen celebrities, you've seen athletes, you've seen entertainers that have taken on these, gaming. They've always been gamers, but they've kind of invested now a little in their streams and brands saying, hey, traditional sports isn't the only thing to activate. This is a great community of young people that are great customers and loyal customers. And so you're seeing a lot of different brands activate in esports and gaming. And I just think that it's our responsibility now during COVID to take those activations, take them really serious, build really strong relationships with the brands so that they come back, and that this is just the catapult for our industry to move forward.
Right, I agree 100%. When we think of traditional sports, we think about their long history and the impact that they've made. Do you think esports will have that same staying power?
I absolutely do. I mean, when you look and watch a CDL game or an Overwatch League franchise game, and you see the fans and you see the commitment, and you go watch a stream, and you see people following and feeling connected and hearing their stories. One of the stories I always like to say, Seth Curry from the Dallas Mavericks felt that when he started gaming and streaming, it was like the first time that he felt connected to his fans. And so I think that these experiences will last forever. And the normal person that really just puts their head down and works hard, they can really rise fast. just like traditional sports. And so I just think that it's a unique time, but I think that this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And I can see esports really taking over traditional sports when it comes to viewership, when it comes to growing audiences, when it comes to franchise models. So I'm excited to be along for that ride, and I'm excited to make sure that we can, as a company, impact as many individuals as possible and show them that there are pathways for them to be happy and successful.
I agree. I think putting it as the tip of the iceberg was a great statement. I think that esports is very inclusive, more so than traditional sports, just because, you know, you could be a girl with a guy on the same team or in a wheelchair or really anything. Like everyone is connected. I think it's absolutely wonderful.
Agreed.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we go?
No, I just want to say thank you for, for having me, and we're really excited. We really appreciate the community welcoming us. If you haven't been to eFuse.gg and build out a portfolio, we want this portfolio to stay with you all the way through your journey through esports and showcase what you've done to impact the community, what stats that you have, that the games that you've worked hard, your Twitch stream, and the tools that you need to grow, not only yourself, but also the opportunities in your life. So thank you for having me, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's been very helpful.